Could have utility to stall this out yet again. Turret, first contact chosen, but again, Cryo. He wins out his fight. A tap onto the spike to try and force it out. Asuna holding it. Another 1-1 down to that 1-on-1 attack. It's the auto strike. It was just earned. Damage is done there, but again, has the time been bought? Cryo, he can't play it. He can't stick it.
100 Thieves retake, all coming from the same direction. They don't have arcade, they don't have tree. Every one of these retakes has been worse because the early round has seen no aggression from them, or at least no aggression that they can get away with. The superior pace coming out from JCC's Neon means that 100 Thieves don't have time to go for these big wraparound flanks that help their retake strategy. And despite the heroics of that man there, RGL Meister's actually the player that is winning this match.
Cryo with the Blade Storm, Dash still alive and active in his hands. Someone needs to deal with these Seekers though. Pop flash around the side, Stella blind as a back close to the corner. No one clears it, they are rattled and taken out.
FRC!
I mean,
he didn't even mean to kill a couple of them there.
When did we start this cast? It's 8-4, it's the first half done.
It's over in the blink of an eye, isn't it? And for 100 Thieves, they will be reeling, sat on the stage, on their map pick, getting bodied by a team that has been in freefall recently. MIBR currently, they've lost 10 maps in a row. They've only had one single map where they got more rounds than this.
Yeah, I mean, just at this point, the longer you take to make this decision of whether or not you want to go towards A or B, it's a cut noise. You're going to be landing on B. We are still sitting here. Stun as well. All the utilities being laid awkwardly. Orbital strike! No way! Collapsed into him! Two left standing. It would have to be a miracle. Left. Down to the final few seconds. Here's the tower. Fight needs to be won by Asuna. He doesn't do it. No detainment. Swinging wide. 13-6. Map 1. What up by MIBR. And what a step up in form. What a time to do it.
Incredible individual performances there from JCC and RGL. RGL to me,
a dash into the back of horse here. Nanoswarm landing a bit late. That's an attempt at a punish. FRC taking way too much damage in Cryo. All that space gains the deep dash into halls. He's got the angle.
Planted.
Just looking to carry the game, isn't he? Finding that early fight and the confidence to just run down Morris towards the end too. This is the attitude that 100 Thieves need in order to keep their season alive.
Cryo is a player who's leading 7-1 right now. He's got his confidence back at the tail end of this split.
And you heard Sean say too that not his fault that they lost on Fracture. When you support players are going 1-9 in terms of first kills, Cryo just, he couldn't find the fights quickly enough to influence them. Yeah. And that was partly due to how well MIBR were playing with a lot of pace. But also going deep to try and catch another player. They know that there's two in Art, and Chosen, they're anticipating him being the B-side anchor in the midst of all of this.
Double face, Marshall. Oh, right around the side, it's a body shot on the Cryo! The no-scope will do it.
Asuna's too far away to get a trade there. The angles just don't work.
Slide off angle as well, though. Now he's being punished. There's a wrecking in his face. He can't stand in one place.
Not again.
Stella last alive, and this
Not
is a again. Win for MIBR, stealing it away.
These thrifties are killing 100 Thieves.
And I gotta be critical of this as well. The mid-rounding was pretty much non-existent the last time they played Pearl there, but the call to re-hit into A, into a split, when you hear 4 of them, or at least a good amount of them on the half-buy.
You know that there was at least 3 or 4 of them there, just with how many different weapons you heard shooting and spamming through the high tide.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I do agree. And then, even more so than just the call, the coordination between the Frenzy and a Classic brought into this round, Brent. This is another half-buy situation that 100 Thieves were on the wrong side of.
Yeah, I did already have, I think, 3 of the rifles heading into it, though, but now it's up to Cryo. Low enough. Mars wins that with the widest swing. He's just trying to get info for his team there, and he does the most. But you are right, it's another, like, weird buy situation. I wouldn't quite call it a thrifty,
No,
but
it's not a thrifty, you're right. They still have 3 rifles, but the Frenzy got a lot of work done.
Yeah.
And also, MIBR crucially making a really important read that 100 Thieves have been playing heavy around these double doors.
And that's the adaptation, right?
Yeah, stacking a couple of players up there. And Asuna hasn't really been using too much of his utility to take that door. They've been relying very heavily on the Cascade, and MIBR not playing there. From back of sight.
Yeah. Part of the course of Pearl of what we've seen, a lot of the Phantom spray downs. too much precision at play, but it still gets the job done. Now a snake bite into the back of the site. Just hoping that they can earn a kill. Grace of God really at hand here. White to swing into it, bangs fallen, and it's all in the blink of an eye over in that round. 7-4, mibr sailing ahead with this lead, looking at potentially again that 8-4 finish.
And this is why 100 Thieves losing Fracture was so devastating. They just don't look like they're able to get in on Pearl at all. This is now 6 rounds in a row where they've failed, fumbled, not been able to get either a plant down into a good post plant or just been retaken on. The flood there from mibr looks really clean. Chosen again, doing work.
In a plant. 100 Thieves, they might be in a tricky situation. Flash, Reaping, taking the fights to them. No one's sticking to the fuse yet, but there's plenty of time left to do it. RGL, job's in his hands. The rest of his team taking fights, taking battles to the Cove. It's all defended. It's all watched for. It's 8-4. And mibr playing spoiler, setting themselves up for the slam dunk finish.
That was such a nice retake. The high tide that you pointed out and the aggression before just getting stuck, defusing the spike. It's all good. It's all there.
Yeah, really, really nice stuff. Dangerous team, mibr. Nothing to play for. It unleashes that upper limit of potential.
100 Thieves must be absolutely kicking themselves for how they're performing currently.
Yeah.
They had it all in there.
Gonna match the crossfire. Art's been dealt with still. It's a 2-on-2. Left of the Chosen. Running gun. That does it. But the Phantom just barely.
It's a nice try from 100 Thieves. They didn't quite have the weaponry that they will do later on in the game. But overall, the way that they played it was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Don't think you can be mad about that if you're hoping for them to make the comeback.
They win the bonus. It'd be amazing, but the fact that they did that much damage, they'd be quite pleased with.
I think in particular, Derek being able to find a kill and stabilize and just slow down the rest of mibr, that's a really important one. Derek had a pretty...
Storm, he's earned them some guns.
They're going to push this into Stella.
Yeah, this is the response from mibr. Stella staying alive, doing as much as he possibly can. And honestly, maybe enough done with the damage. Doesn't get the kill that he was hoping for. Seeker's now pushing forward and around. It's a South Flash, Team Flash, Cryo. He's blinded up. Any presence? Got to try and stick this one, but it's contacted up with the knives. Still, now he's noted the position. He's going to hold this ground. FRZ, after sticking it, no choice too. He wins it. FRZ.
Now there's some
3 kills.
The flank play was nice. The mid-rounding from mibr to shove it into Stella even better.
One enemy remaining.
How different it would have been if there was a bit of RNG there, you know? Stella's right click gets a kill.
Sure. But also just the duel towards the end. FRZ swings into Cryo, a straight-up duel. FRZ wins it, and it sets him up for the 1v2 Red Bull clutch.
Deny the playoffs. So it all comes down to it. How do you win the fight out?
Spam.
Spam onto the corner. Derek misses it. Ever so slightly. Nanoswarm's popped off. And there it is, not cleared. Stella waiting back and forth. Murray's. With all the odds coming in, 12-6. mibr. They stand on the brink. Playing spoiler. Denying the playoffs for 100 Thieves. And granting a gift to EG.
12-6. Just seems like a fated scoreline this week. We saw it in the first map as well on Fracture. Right before mibr locked that map up.
One enemy remaining.
The EG players will be sweating at home just as much as the 100 Thieves players are on.
An important role in these side hits. The Nanoswarm's popped off. Cryo wins his fight. He had no armor. He wasn't favored there. That's the first step. If they're going to be able to overcome this one, but the spam kills, that's what matters. Cryo wins another one. Plan has to be denied for about a moment. The util's there. There's a flood attempt by 100 Thieves. Cryo is unleashed. He's unlocked. The rest of his team backs him up. Chosen. He's got to stand up to it. But it's already looking like Cryo returning maybe to the beginning of that form that he had at the start of Pearl. What a time to do it. 4 kills. Still alive.
mibr, the speed that they're playing at, it took 100 Thieves a while to adapt on Fracture, and they really failed in the end. It feels like that's the first time where we've actually seen the adaptation come through on Pearl. mibr barreled towards the B site at the start there. Bang used both of his snake bites just to keep them back. And mibr went for the full pivot. Full ran it into A. From up B long, all the way back over to help Derek. And that's what really wins them the round. The speed at which he rotates. And, of course, the shots he hits.
And I gotta say, just landing it, stepping up. 23 kills. Forcing the timeout out for MIBR. Have one more of those. Derek's there, swinging wide, doesn't stay alive for much longer though, he will fall. 2 versus 3. Spike planted on the angle, spammed, back holds. It's noted, 10 seconds remaining, the time pressure is there. A kill on it, will do it all. It's held, round the side, it's one, surely there it is.
Smart from Asna, what an adaptation from 100 Thieves there on the B side.
Switching sides.
That crazy gambit at the beginning of the round as Asna unloads every piece of utility available to him, including the ult. Yes, it did not funnel MIBR into B, but what it did was eventually shepherd them in that direction and allow 100 Thieves to cheat their rotates and stack 3 on the site. The first line of defense fell, then Derek put up a decent attempt, but it was stellar.
Cryo close into the corner, spam at screens. Ducking down just to avoid his head. Maybe being hit. What a shot! Stewart gets out alive with his life, stunned up. This is what they were hunting for. This is what they were hoping for. You couldn't have asked for more. Cryo, 3, 4. Will he make it 5? Round the side, ace to finish.
Defenders win.
That is magical.
What a phenomenal way. This one was on top of the box.
It just sows chaos within the ranks. Maybe they can answer it back. That's just off onto that mountain position. Glide to the side, JCC. Somebody was holding that one. This is looking awkward, isn't it? All over the place. Rifles though, starting to ring true. Barreling their way through. Maybe brute force is the play.
Chosen's picked up a Vandal. They know which direction he should be roughly coming from. Especially now.
Yeah, chance. Chosen. Damage has already been done to this one. Doubled up for 100 Thieves. Now he knows both of them's there. No way! What a unbelievable! 4 kills, converting the bonus.
What a fantastic performance from Chosen. Remember, this guy's a sub. He's only played 1 other match in the split. And prior to that, had months away from playing in Pro Valorant. And was a smokes player prior to that too, primarily. He's 5-0 to start. And what I love about this play, I mean, not only is his killjoy setup decent, we'll take another look at how he's positioning that, because Cryo looked like he didn't quite get it. But the clutch towards the end, his anticipation of the double stack. Look how he does that tiny jiggle on the corner to bait out the spam, and then wide swings back into them. He played that situation to perfection.
This is an amazing plan, but he has to get out of there. What's the detainment? What's it looking like? Everyone's caught! And Cryo, he has to protect! He has to protect, and he does! The Guardian Angel! And a critical error again, it swings hands! Well, what's that, Josh? What is that?
100 Thieves have never had a hero like Cryo before. He is single-handedly, metaphorically on Paul, but quite literally here on Lotus, single-handedly keeping their playoff dreams alive. I can't believe that. Still only got a Phantom moving forwards. He doesn't want to use the Odin for the entire round. Cute play when you're stacked with money, flush with cash.
Oh my goodness! JZZ returning to fire, MIBR collapsing on them. They choose to fight it. They give him control of the front side of Ruins. There's the adaptation, and it's made manifest.
Last round.
So many of these rounds have
switch.
just come down to fights in rubble.
Yeah, I mean, it's just over like that.
Did not anticipate JCC playing that one so aggressive. But RGL was swinging through the breakable door at the same time.
Yeah.
And everyone was stunned.
The timing there is really good to take. It's awkward when you're on the attack side and you're just trying to get set up a little bit through this spike wall.
Look at this stun.
Yeah, the stun's amazing.
Paranoia.
One enemy
Every bit of utility is used by MIBR.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Really well played.
That is superbly done.
Asna lands his shot. Watch for. RGL's noted, spotted, spammed, through the smoke. One more left to do, one more left to clean up. Derek is trying to isolate, he can't do it. Absolutely magnificent.
They're bowing to... An attack timeout there taken as 100 Thieves mentally collect themselves. The way that RGL plays is the crosshair placement on the kill on Asna.
Oh my.
It's sublime. This is what he was doing at the start of the year. And then for whatever reason, internally, MIBR imploded. Week kind of 3 onwards, it was just a shell of themselves. In
circumstance, the Viper's pit. It's just not impossible. Jumping through, it has to be coordinated. Cryos met. 3 players swarming his position, they bring him down. Bullets raining this way, that way. Chosen the timing, bang, around the back. The pit has granted him this. 21 bullets, spam, onto that corner, Whiting, round the corner, Derek, he's removed. Everyone falls, MIBR, they bring it to 12.
Not only are they up to match point, 1 round away from eliminating 100 Thieves from playoffs, but it is scraps. It is nothing that 100 Thieves are working with. A Blade Storm, and it's going to be the roughest of buys. Stingers and Bulldogs and Sheriffs abound. Asna caught out in the open, and it's devastation. Potter, I think you can bring out the champagne again. Pop the cork.
Last time
Gets in with
1 bullet, might just all fall. 100 Thieves, you got to collect the kills with the utility. Chosen, he's blocked them off. It's a scramble. Everything on the line for it. Chosen! You gotta stick it, Chosen spraying! Spray tonight! No way! Off of it all! He's the hero in this scenario! And 100 Thieves have been denied!
Attackers win.
This game has had it all, but I did not see it ending with Chosen getting a 9th kill on the diffuser. The crowd shocked into stunned silence. And I think you could say the same on the other side of the stage. All smiles, laughs, giggles from the MIBR camp. They've dragged 100 Thieves out of playoff contention. And EG will be watching that, laughing themselves as the dagger quite literally goes to the heart of the 100 Thieves.